Welcome to the first day of school, boys and girls. Hope you guys had a wonderful summer, and we are going to introduce you to something new this evening. That was my attempt at a megaphone. Anyway, we have a brand new collab scent from Southern Beard Co. It's called Old School, and it's a good one. We're going to bring in the owner here, Tim, and we're going to talk all about it. So good to see everybody here, and welcome, Tim. How you doing, my man?
Hey everybody, I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Really excited for this new collab. It's actually our very first collab, so very exciting.
And I am honored to be part of it. That is for sure. And guys, we're going to be talking all about it and showing you the website and all the different scents and products because I know not everybody may have tried Southern Beard before. And tonight's a great night to try it. Great prices, great product. Going to tell you all about the different carrier blends that he's got. And you can always save 15% with the code BANJO15. So let's say hello to some folks in here. I saw Andrew Carlisle and Billy Ray. And I know Billy loves that wash. So this is my number one favorite beard wash. So if you place an order tonight, make sure you pick up that beard wash. It's the best kind of daily beard wash on the market. Award winning, as it says on the website. I wonder where that came from.
I'll give you three guesses.
We got Dagan. Jeff Rice is in here. We got Fitzroy. So Mr. OG Fitzroy, glad to have you, my man. I know you're not a fan of lavender, but you trust my scent, my taste in scents, and this is a good one. We're going to talk about it because I don't like lavender either. It's got a little hint of it in it. We got Miss Ellie in here and Craig Adamson. Who else did I see? Mike B, Eric Kennedy. Good to see you guys. All right, so should we unveil the scent profile, which is kind of interesting? So Tim, you've been around for a long time. I didn't realize you said you've been doing this for like 6 or 7 years, kind of messing around with this on your own to start with and then kind of putting it out there. Most of the time, you kind of prided yourself on simplicity, right? Tell us a little bit about that and how we're going to evolve that a little bit tonight, especially.
Yeah, so originally, we started in summer of 2015. Well, that was when I personally started. I was making products for myself. I had grown out a beard the No Shave November before 2014. So my wife said, if you want to keep that thing, you better take care of it. So just started making some products myself, just playing around, testing things out. It's just something I've always kind of enjoyed, just trying new things, seeing what works, what didn't. Um, I always wanted to own a company. I grew up, my parents owned a small business and they sold it, and I got to work there until I was 22 years old or so. So it's something I've always wanted to do. And then, kind of one thing led to another. We moved up to Georgia. Um, I'm originally from Central Florida, so yeah, it all just kind of evolved. It started out just trying to keep things simple and clean. Really, that's kind of what it all came down to. Southern fit that bill perfectly as far as a brand goes, and yeah, just kind of took off from there.
Yeah, so you're from Central Florida. That's the one place that you can live and move further north, but actually be more in the South when you do that.
Yeah.
So now you're definitely in the South. Yeah. So we'll look at some of the scents. So before you had like maraschino cherry or Georgia peach or something like that. So now we're evolved a little bit because that was one of my suggestions, especially if you're trying to get it, with this online bearded community there, they like really more complex scents. So you actually been playing around with this for a while. You sent out like 4 different testers, and I picked good old number 4. So
Number
it
four.
is an old school cologne in the best way. I thought that was the perfect name, didn't you? Because it is
Yeah.
like an old school cologne from the 80s. I'm a school teacher. I'm old, but a lot of that stuff. So it's pretty cool. So it is a more like a cologne take from that. And let's see, I've got a profile, and I know you didn't list it on your website. I hope you didn't mind us talking about it a little bit tonight. So it's got hints of driftwood, frankincense, myrrh, and lavender. And that lavender really doesn't smell like girly lavender. It's kind of gives you a little bit of that bite to it. a little bit of that bite or bitterness that you need to make it smell more like a cologne. But I do get quite a bit of the frankincense and myrrh, but it's not way over the top. I love frankincense. I think more companies should offer it. But if you get one that's just all frankincense, then it starts to smell really churchy, and it doesn't have a really good smell. This one's blended perfectly. This one is not super sweet. It's not fruity, as you can see. It's not like ocean. It leans towards the darker side, but it's not super dark or anything like that. So that's what I get out of it. Tim, did you go back and smell it here after you made up these batches? Tell me what you get. I know your nose might be on overload making these things up.
Yeah, I had to, when I was making the few mixes for testers, I had to actually take a few days, let my nose kind of reset because I had smelled so many different types of scents and blends. It was just kind of overwhelming. So I kind of agree, though. It is a darker cologne. I will say that, but it's not a dark cologne that you would kind of, that you just kind of imagine when you say the word dark cologne. I would say it's more of a like a dark cologne, like almost like a medium, I guess, just kind of in between dark and a lighter cologne. Um, I definitely think that the driftwood is probably my favorite part of it, if I had to guess. I really wanted a blend that combined the scents of frankincense and myrrh, though. That was kind of the underlying tone that I wanted here. And I think it came through just beautifully. It all ties together with the lavender. And, there's just so many scents packed into one bottle. It's hard to kind of pull them apart. They just blend well, so well together.
And I say this one's pretty unique. I've smelled a lot of beard scents, and I smelled some that are kind of neutral in the middle cologne type of scents. But this one, I think, it is pretty unique. I think you guys will dig it. You can save 15% with the code Banjo15. I want to talk a little bit, and if you guys have any questions or if you think it sounds good, let me know. By the way, let me know if the audio is sounding good here from both Tim and myself. Hit that thumbs up while you're in here. But I want to talk a little bit about the different profiles. So you've got different options here. Like for the balm and the butter, you can get a 2 ounce or 4 ounce, if I remember correctly. Is that still going on? And then for the oil, you could get a 1 ounce or possibly a 2 ounce. You still have that?
Yes, sir.
And then you've got
we offer a 3-pack in the half ounce if you want just little sample testers. That's another good option for you.
Maybe before you order to check, just to hold on a minute, let's kind of give you the whole overview of everything, because if you go to the bundles page, combos page, you do have some cool options to try more than just one scent if you wish. All right, so you've got your normal carrier blend that you've used for a long time is, I don't remember the last one. I'll put up the premium, and then I remember it's the last 3 here on the premium here. So your normal carrier blends, these last 3, which is sweet almond, argan, and jojoba. But you guys check this out and tell me if this seems like a pretty strong carrier blend, and then I'll tell you the price of it in just a minute. So you got Emu, so it is the bird blend. So if you are that's not your deal, then you can go with the regular blend. But it's Emu, Meadow Foam, which I know some guys, that's their number one carrier blend, Jamaican Black Castor, Safflower, hemp seed. Some guys absolutely love the hemp seed. Fractionated coconut is one of my favorite. And then the shea oleine, which you see sometimes, but that's, it's basically liquid shea butter is what it is. So that's all of this stuff just makes for a super duper blend that if you haven't tried it, I suggest you should. And then the last 3 that we mentioned earlier, sweet almond, argan, and jojoba. So has anybody tried the premium blend? Let me know what you think of it. I love it. That blend is in the balm and the butter as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you get a premium balm or butter as well that has these carriers in it too, and all 3 work for me. All right, and let's go to the website here. Anything you want to say about the carrier blends there while we're switching over?
Yeah, I knew going into this with the whole premium line that I wanted to shake things up a bit. At the time, it had been about 5 years in business. Starting out, simplicity, clean, and offering a variety of scents was kind of the play here. So really making my way into the premium line, I just wanted to come up with something, just totally flip the script on what we've been doing. And that's why you end up with a blend that's got 10 different oils in it. It's completely different than the original line that's only got 3, and just kind of shake it up a little bit. Really, that's what it's all about. Owning a business is an adventure, and you might as well have fun doing it. So just shake it up every once in a while.
Absolutely. And I saw a few questions here. We'll get to them in just a minute, but you can go to Shop by Cents. But make sure that I would just suggest hold on if you're going to make an order. We'll talk a little bit about some of these other scents and also the combo packs and samples that you may want to try if you haven't ever tried Southern Beards before. And make sure you get a wash. That's my number one wash ever. And I know a lot of other people feel the same way. So let's go to the old school here. And the premium blend that we just talked about for a 1 ounce is $19.49, and you can save 15% off of that for that really strong carrier blend, right? That's a really strong, feeling good carrier blend. $27.95 if you want a 2 ounce. 2 ounces are not for me just because I usually have to go through so many testing. I think I've made it through like 2 or 3 bottles. 1 ounce bottles in my lifetime is all I've ever made it through. But I'm guessing some people just love it, right? They just want to get the thing, and that's the only one they buy for a couple of months.
Yeah, it's funny. I'll see someone buy a sample pack with, 3 different scents, and it's like they find the one they want and they just buy the biggest bottle they can with it.
Yeah, and then the original blend is only $15.49. Once again, you can take 15 more percent off of that. So that's really cool there. So at the bottom line here, these are in the original blend. So you have a butter and a balm, and a little bit different balm. You still whipping those things?
Oh, absolutely. You know I am.
And is the butter whipped?
The original line butter is whipped.
Okay, so the
The
original line
premium
butter is
line
whipped.
is poured.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is a big butter. If you get a 4 ounce butter, that is a really big butter. Because I got one here. It is huge. It's in the big glass, the big glass containers like that. So let's see what we've got here. So the original butter is $18.49. I'm guessing that's for a four. Oh, that's for a 4 ounce. No, $23.95 for a 4 ounce,
Yeah.
and then $18.49 for a 2 ounce butter. And once again, you can save 15% with Banjo 15. And then that whipped balm, which I really enjoy because by whipping it, it keeps it together a little bit more through shipping. I think it holds up better. And then it's a good medium balm, but it does have really good hold. Feels kind of like in a way a nice heavy butter, kind of a styling
Yeah.
butter, but it does give you hold as well. So where did the whipped butter or whipped balm come from? Where'd that idea come from?
Again, just trying to shake things up a little bit. Honestly, it was it happened tonight after a few too many drinks. I had just been playing around trying different stuff all weekend, and I said, you know what? Let's go for it. Went for it, and honestly, never looked back. I also whipped the premium line balm as well. It's I love the way it feels. It makes the blend just it oxidizes, like it just emulsifies is the word. Emulsifies so well. It just kind of breaks it down. It goes into the beard real smooth, and it does have that level of hold into it. Really, the underlying thing I wanted out of my original balm when I was first designing it was a great conditioning aspect to it, because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about, right? Sure, you want a little bit of a hold, and we can get that in this, but really you want that conditioning aspect. At the end of the day, putting something in your beard so you can take care of it, take care of your skin, and I think the balm really accomplishes that very well.
Absolutely. So, and the hold's kind of sneaky because it melts down so easily, but then it does give you nice hold. It kind of weighs your beard down a little bit, but I definitely agree that the nourishment part is the highlight. Well, it all kind of goes together. I like the hold on it as well, as you're getting hold without putting in something really waxy just on top of your beard. You can kind of work it all the way through if you want, like a butter, if you will. All right, so some different price points depends on whether you want a 1 ounce or a 2 ounce oil, or whether you want a 2 ounce or a 4 ounce butter, and then also whether you want that in the premium blend with that great carrier list that we listed earlier, or if you want the original blend. All right, so that's a little bit there. I want to tell you a couple other things. Free shipping if you hit that $50 threshold after you use the codes and everything. And then the different scents. I know at one time you had 3 pages worth of scents, and then you kind of realized that you needed to rotate some off and on,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. So if you'll notice, a lot of these are going to be a little bit more straightforward, not as complex as what you would get when you buy the old school. But there's a couple on here. I know you've got a good barbershop And then the Suns Out, Guns Out is kind of a citrus and eucalyptus blend, if I remember right.
Yeah, lemon and eucalyptus. Yeah.
And then grapefruit as well in that. So I think
Yes,
it
yes,
says
there
lemon,
is grapefruit
grapefruit, and
stuff.
eucalyptus.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty good to me. I would tell you, and I'm not usually into mixing scents together, but I have one that I really like to mix with things because I'm a sucker for a cherry scent. And you've got a maraschino cherry, which smells just like opening a bottle of maraschino cherries before you put it on your ice cream. That actually goes well with my collaboration. So it kind of turns it into a little hint of that sweet cherry to go along with that kind of darker cologne. That works well. I was telling Tim earlier that this morning I put on the old school and then I went to eat my breakfast, which was oatmeal, which was brown sugar and maple oatmeal. Smelled great together. So I don't know if he's going to do anything with that or not, but that would be a good suggestion. You got blueberry muffin. That might be a good mixture to go with the old school cologne as well. But let me go back to the website here. So you got it. I'll just read them out real quick since you've got it on this page, which is cool. So we got chai tea, a Citrus Grove, Fleet Street is your barbershop, and I keep getting on the wrong page here. Georgia
yeah,
Peach.
named after Fleet Street was actually named after Sweeney Todd.
Oh, okay.
Demon Barber Fleet Street.
Gotcha.
It's a little fun.
Himalayan bamboo, the maraschino cherry, which I talked about, the mojito, orange cream sickle, redwood cedar. I like a good cedar scent, and it's good to kind of mix with some other things. Southern pine, strawberry, Suns Out, Guns Out, a nice teakwood. So if you want another, you don't like the fruity stuff, you can get a nice teakwood, which has got kind of a cologne esque kind of hint to it. It's not really sweet, not fruity, none of that stuff. And then you can get unscented too. So if you'd rather have an unscented balm or butter to try for your first time, you can do that. I imagine you've got some good fall scents coming. You've got the best apple cider scent I have ever seen. Do you know which ones you're going to rotate off?
Oh man,
Or are you going to keep them
actually,
all?
the original reason I started rotating was I had too many fall scents. They were available year round. Fall and winter scents are very strong from Southern Beard Co. As far as the lineup goes, they're not too strong in beard, of course, but yeah, I know for a fact apple cider it's hard to keep up with all the orders that come in for apple cider. That is just a home run in a bottle. I know dark chocolate is one of my personal favorites. I have a sweet tooth a bit, so dark chocolate's always a favorite of mine. Man, trying to think off the top of my head. Uh, there's so many, honestly, that I want to say there's probably 10 to 15 different fall scents that we have.
Wow.
At
Everybody's
one point,
saying
yeah,
that teakwood is good.
at one point we were pushing close to 40 cents, so I definitely had to limit it, like rein it back a little bit. I mean, it was just a bit overwhelming when you're looking at the website trying to narrow down your scent choices.
Gotcha.
It
Andrew
can be
says that the oil, let's see, what did he say here? The oil bundle on the choose your scent that are there,
yes,
multiple scents aren't listed on the site.
yeah.
Okay.
It'll be up later tonight, I promise.
Okay. So you're going to add in the other scents on the oil bundle. So let's go to the bundles real quick. Let's see what we've got to choose from here. So you got your build your own 3-packs. Is that where you do the half ounce on this page?
Yeah, those are available in half ounce, 1 ounce, and 2 ounce 3-packs. And then you
Gotcha.
just choose, you build your own 3-pack, really.
Cool. So
Choose
if you want to pick
scents,
3.
that's it.
And then the scent choices. Oh man, look at all that stuff.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you want those fall and winter scents, or even summer scents, once those go out of rotation, you can always get them in the 3-packs. Those are available year round.
Okay, so these are available year round. So you can try some even more things. If you want to try watermelon in your beard, guys, straight up watermelon, you can do it. You want that chocolate covered cherry, cinnamon rush, dark chocolate you were talking about? Fresh baked gingerbread sounds pretty good. Put you in the mood for some holiday stuff already. Pumpkin spice, if you're the pumpkin spice person. So a lot of cool stuff there. And let us know if you've got any comments or questions about anything there in the comments, guys, and we will do our best to answer that. And once again, there's your carrier list. Really good prices. I was a little surprised on for the Emu blend. You could sell it that cheap. So I thought that was really strong pricing for a blend that's that good.
Yeah, a lot of work went into it. I mean, I was testing it. As you can probably attest to, I do move probably a little bit slower than some of these other companies because I do put a lot into my testing. Um, I I don't really see a point in rushing a product out that's not fully ready just for the sake of making a quick buck. I don't do this full time. I do it because I enjoy it and I like testing things out, like I said, and just playing around, seeing what works. So really, it took a lot of sourcing. First of all, finding a company that can supply these oils consistently, especially with the supply chain issues we're all seeing nowadays, and at an affordable price to where I can turn around and afford to sell these at a reasonable price as well. I mean, it takes a while to. I'm sure there's some owners in here that can probably attest to that, but um, yeah, just finding the right balance of price, quality, and supply chain really makes all the difference.
Yeah, I had a couple of questions here. I think I started them, and Andrew asked his again. So, what's your vision for Southern Beer Co? I know you've thought a lot about that, and
Man,
it's probably changed a little bit over the years. That's
yeah.
cool.
Well, like I said, whenever I first started, it was simplicity, clean, simple scents. Really, as you guys could see, I mean, we got strawberry and relatively simple scents for the most part when we first started. Now we're kind of diving into the more complex blends, complex scent profiles. I'm working on a co-wash slash conditioner. It's kind of on the fence where we're going with that one, but there's a lot of things that I'm trying to do here. But the key thing that I always want to keep is keeping everything 100% organic. And it can be kind of difficult when it comes to things like conditioners and co-wash. There's just a lot of tricky things that go into it, especially when it comes to keeping it 100% organic. So it does take a little time, but that's the ultimate vision, is just expanding the base and keeping it all clean. That's really it. I mean, I see us somewhat trending in the direction, I guess you could say, of a grooming company. Um, just just purely from the sake that whenever you're a owner, you are always looking for that next thing. And if you are limiting yourself to strictly beards, that's not going to keep you growing. Like that's kind of, you're going to hit that brick wall, and then what? The next thing is always going to be out there. You just got to find a way to chase it while keeping it in line with what you have going.
So most of the time, that leads beer owners into the natural soaps. Is that something you thought of?
I was actually looking at some this weekend. I'm not going to lie to you.
Especially if
Yeah,
you're talking about getting into setting up shows and stuff, you get the ladies over there with the handmade soaps and a beard
yeah,
oil and that kind of stuff. You get something for everybody.
yeah. It's something that's definitely on my radar. Like I said, just trending towards that grooming direction, while keeping focus on what really got us started in the first place here.
Nice. All right. And let's see. Did I have another question? Let me look and see. Oh, no. Mike said he needed to try the new premium blend. I agree. Everybody should try that. As Dan said, it looks like a legit carrier blend, and it is, guys. It really is. And once
Yeah,
again,
it
you can
was fun.
save with Banjo 15%. And then if you get to the $50 mark, that'll get you free shipping as well. That's kind of your best bang for the buck. And remember, you've got all different ways you can do this. You can try a 3 oil bundle. You can do oil balm, oil butter. You've got choices of 2 different carrier blends and like different sizes on everything too. So you got to make sure you pay attention to the drop down menus to see what you want to try and what's going to work best for you. All right. Let me know if you're going to try. Who's placing an order? I know Andrew's going to place an order. You had anybody order this one yet, Tim? I saw it live a little bit earlier.
Yeah, let me check.
He's going to check. Let us know if you have any more questions, guys.
There's a few that have come in. Yes, sir.
Hey, that's good. Make sure you let me know, guys. Send me a message on Instagram or post it if you want when you get the scent. I would love to hear your reactions about it. And by the way, this one is, I would consider it a medium. It's I don't like super strong scents, but this is not a light scent. It carries pretty well. It gives me many hours. So I wouldn't quite say like all day 8 hours, but I would definitely say 4 to 6 at least on this
Yeah.
one. Is that what you're getting, Tim?
Yeah, I would say closer to the sticks end, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
would
I
too.
think at the 4 or 5 hour mark, you do kind of see a little bit of a drop off. But I will say that most of our oils are kind of designed with that in mind. I'm kind of the mindset personally where you don't want a scent to last all day long
I
because
don't.
it can kind of get overwhelming at some point. It's like it's almost like putting on cologne first thing in the morning. We all know that one guy that walks into the office and you can smell his cologne from a mile away. That's not what I want out of these products. You want a good balance where it's going to last long but not be overwhelming.
And by the way, my wife gives this the full stamp of approval. She thinks this one smells really good. So I think this is one the ladies will like too. Did your wife smell this one? She like it?
Oh yeah, yeah. She was heavily involved in designing. Actually, the 4 samples we sent you, and ultimately this one was her favorite as well.
Hey, there you go. So great minds think alike
Yeah,
on that. Very cool.
yeah. My wife is actually pretty heavily involved in the operations of the company, which I think is pretty unique. I know there's some female company owners out there, but I think it's pretty rare that you see a couple that designs a lot of these scents together and kind of comes up with the whole business approach. It's I think it's something that's pretty unique to us, and it's pretty awesome, because it's something that I'm passionate about, of course. But when you see other people, especially online, or let alone your wife, be just as into it as you, it just makes it that much more exciting.
So Andrew had a question about the bamboo scent and your redwood cedar scent.
Yeah, so the redwood cedar, I would say, and you can fill me in with what you think as well, but I would say it's much more of a musky outdoors smell. What
Hmm.
would you say?
Yeah, I would say that too. It's I mean, it's a pretty hearty scent, but it's not like in your face outdoors
Yeah,
lumberjack kind of scent. So it's a nice scent, but it also doesn't smell like your grandma's cedar chest. It's kind of somewhere in between those two ideas. Yeah, and I like the teak wood as well, but the Himalayan bamboo I don't have. I know some I've had some that was bamboo and it smelled really floral, which kind of threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting bamboo to smell floral. So I don't know how yours is.
that's it.
Is it
Floral. That's
floral?
the exact word I was going to use. It's got the natural bamboo scent to it as well, but really what comes through is floral. I was actually kind of borderline, you know, going back and forth between a few different plants, but it does at the base of it, it really has that bamboo scent to it. So it's a nice, clean, natural scent. I wear it on date night. That's what I wear. My wife really likes it, so that's the go-to for me.
Awesome. Yeah. So guys, don't forget you can do your build your own premium blend 3 pack. So you can get the old school. You want a combo of that, and then you can get this in a half ounce. So you can get 3 half ounce oils for $29.49, and then you can try anything. You can try anything from that's not even available in as full sizes. You can try it all year long. So John, I think is a great question here. He's got a question about the chai tea, which is a great time for that as the winter. The weather gets colder. It's like becomes chai tea season. I've had one or two tea scents, and I really like them. I think more companies should incorporate the chai tea scent. So it's kind of interesting, Tim. You kind of prided yourself so far on like kind of simplicity, but then you also are using some things that are a little bit different with the chai tea, and now you've got some frankincense and the
Yeah.
bamboo. So you are doing things that are not exactly run of the mill. You want to talk a little bit about the chai tea?
Yeah, I mean, chai tea, it's it is what it is. It's a chai tea scent at the end of the day, but I will say it's got kind of that spice to it, if that makes sense. It's
Hmm.
it's a good blend of a few different scents, kind of like a green tea almost. It's a good morning scent. I really enjoy it. Wakes you up real nice. It's not overpowering whatsoever. It is a really nice, almost subtle scent, honestly, but it's got such a great, unique blend of just those really not like hot spicy, but like cinnamon. It's got just a good blend of natural scents to it, and I think it really comes together quite nice in the chai tea. One of my, I if I had to name probably one of the most underrated scents, it would probably be chai tea. Um, that's just my personal take. I also tend to enjoy mojito. Um, I enjoy a good mojito. I wouldn't put it up on the website if I wasn't fully behind it. So that's
So how
that's
boozy how boozy is the mojito? Because mojito you got the is was it
plus,
is mint and something? Or it's not mint. Maybe I'm
yeah.
thinking something
It's
else.
oh gosh, mint and rum. Is it rum? But in the profile I have, it's spearmint and lime. It's a
Oh,
it's a nice summer blend. It's
that
really
sounds
smooth.
nice. And then the chai tea sounds great for fall and pumpkin spice season.
Yeah, yeah, that might actually mix pretty well with the pumpkin spice scent that we have. I'm gonna have to try that
Oh
one.
man. I'm not
I'm getting
I
tasty
used to
now.
be I used to be into mixing scents a little bit because I only had so few, and then I had so many coming in that I didn't. But then the simplicity of your scents makes it really easy to mix with something else. I can take something else I like and go, oh, let me put a little bit of this cherry in here. Let me put a little bit of this cedar in here to see how it does with something. So I kind of like that. So if you guys are
Yeah,
interested in the mixing scents, just kind of think about what scent profile you really like mixing in with something. You can get that in like a little half ounce 3 pack. It'd be kind of cool. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a mixing video now. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't mix enough to do it. I don't do it anymore. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll come up with stuff that it will mix with other stuff very easily. That'd be a good video. I'm gonna make a note. Miss Ellie likes chai with honey vanilla. Nice. Oh yeah, have you
Yeah,
done a
I mean,
vanilla scent before?
I do have a vanilla scent.
I thought you
It's one of
did.
the seasonal scents. It's available on that 3 pack that you mentioned, and really in any of the build your own packs on the website. It should be available on all of them. French vanilla.
French
It's
vanilla. That's it.
probably our lightest scent. I would say a great nighttime scent for me personally. Um, I really like it. It's exactly what it sounds like, French vanilla. It's super smooth, sweet, but not overpowering in any sense of the word.
That would be a good one if you do like mixing scents and you want to put a little vanilla in something.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's nice. Cool. So let me know, guys. What scents did you order? What sounds good to you? I mean, you got peanut butter cookies. You got a lot of stuff on this drop down menu here. Christmas tree. If you're ready for Christmas season, bring it on. One of the only companies I ever saw with a candy corn scent.
That one was fun. I enjoyed making that one. The
If you like the coffee in the cooler weather, we got is it one coffee? You got two coffees, but first coffee, which I imagine is more of a straight up coffee scent. Then you got your cafe mocha. Is that a little
Yeah, cafe
creamier?
mocha. Yeah, it's got a little bit of cream. I would say borderline. It's a mixture of the coffee scent and the dark chocolate that I mentioned earlier. It kind of blends together, so it's not so in your face like the But First coffee scent. Um, the But First coffee I have on the website. I originally was going to call it coffee shop because that's just the scent you get right when you walk into a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks or any sort of coffee shop like that. Super bold scent. That is a strong, strong scent. So beware if you're gonna get it, because that thing
Beware,
is no joke.
or get some French vanilla to put in with it or something. That's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dagan doesn't like coffee. You know, and we all have something we don't really like. I've learned not to
yeah,
never say never when it comes to beard products because just about as soon as I say I've never had one of these scents I like it, somebody will put something in, will come out with a scent and send it to me, and I'll like it. That's a
yeah.
lot of times
Don't
why
text me.
I don't pick when an owner asks me when I do a review for the first time, what do you want me to send you? I was like, send me whatever you want. Because if I pick, I like getting surprised, and I get surprised both ways. A lot of times, a lot of companies now like sending me like everything. So like something I thought I would like, I don't like as much, and then something I didn't think I like, I will. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm of the same sense. I mean, that's why I originally only used whipped butters. That was just, it was without a question. I just preferred whipped butters to begin with. And, like I said earlier, starting the company, it was all about keeping it clean, keeping it fresh. By the way, everything I make as you order it. So if you guys place an order tonight, the next day or two, I'm going to be making those orders and shipping them out to you. So everything is made to order. But what I was saying is, I used to only use whipped butters, and then I tried a poured butter. It was just something I had never tried before, honestly. So I tried it and was like, why don't I just offer a whipped butter and a poured butter? Why do I have to stick to one or the other? That doesn't make sense. It's it's my company. I can do it how I
This
please.
is my
So
company. I'll do it
as
if I
well,
want to, as long as your wife approves. That's
yes, exactly. Yeah, she actually uses our whipped butter on, as like a body butter on, skin, arms, elbows.
nice. What are some of her favorite scents?
Oh gosh, you're gonna hate this one. I know you are. You always the infamous watermelon.
I just don't know if I want watermelon in my beard. Like like
It's
everybody gets on me because I'm not a huge fan of like leather. I love smelling leather,
oh,
but after 5 minutes of a strong leather in my beard, I want to be done with it. I don't usually like the talcum powder scents. I'm okay smelling it for a couple of whiffs, and then after that, it's like, okay, I want to be done with this. So that's the way watermelon. I just have a big question mark. I might love it because I like some of the sweeter scents and some fruity scents. So
I will
it's just
say
one that just sounds. The first time I heard, it, it's like watermelon in my beard.
it's more like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Okay,
Um, it's more of that like candy kind of scent than a natural watermelon scent. So
sorry, Andrew. I got to be me.
it's a pretty unique scent. I wanted to call it Jolly Rancher, but for obvious reasons, I probably can't because I don't want a lawsuit coming my way. So went with the natural watermelon name. That just seemed like the safe bet there.
There you go. And there's no question mark about what it smells like. It smells like
Yeah.
watermelon. Nice. So you said your wife uses it, your butter sometimes. Does she like the whipped or the
Yeah,
poured? Or,
she
yeah,
prefers the
I
whipped,
figured as
just
much.
just for body butter purposes.
Yeah. So you're
Uh,
gonna switch into actually offering some body butters for women's line.
that's something that my wife and I have actually discussed. I would like to focus on the original beard company and getting things where they need to be. Fulfilling that vision, like I mentioned when I was answering Andrew's question earlier. But there have been some conversations about opening like a women's line. I guess it would probably have to be a different brand. I don't know if a woman would necessarily want to go shopping at Southern Beard Company, but hey, we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting how you do that. Andrew, when is the leather scent coming, Tim? He's a big leather head.
I almost said it earlier, but I bit my tongue because I didn't want to. I'm not a big fan of leather scents. I'll go ahead and say it.
Oh, he's going to cancel his order because he just ordered a whole bunch of stuff from you too.
Man, Andrew beat me to the punch. Southern Belle was actually the name my wife and I came up
There you
with, but
go.
we'll see. Um, yeah, no, I've tried half a dozen ways to make a leather scent work for me. It's just not for me. It's too overpowering, and everyone's to each their own. I'm not gonna talk smack about them, but it's just not for me.
See, there's no tobacco scents either.
There is a dash of tobacco mixed into Fleet Street, our
Okay.
barbershops.
Oh,
So
that's
that
interesting spin.
it's yeah.
So, Diablo, would you consider this nighttime or date night cologne? Uh, yes, I would consider it that.
Yes. Yes.
Yes
All
to
the
all of
above.
the above. So it's kind of it's pretty much medium. It's not light and airy or fruity or watery. You kind of get the You see this scent profile: driftwood, frankincense, myrrh, and then the lavender to kind of bring it together and give a little bit of that bite and bitterness to it that kind of makes it a little more cologne-esque. To me, it's a medium, and then it kind of leans towards the darker side. I definitely think it's a date night cologne. I can see it working. I see it working all year long, but maybe a little bit more towards the cooler weather season. Some guys might like it better than summertime. Sometimes they don't want that heavier scent. I think it's a little bit heavy, but it's not super duper dark. So I would definitely consider it a nighttime date night kind of cologne. But you could wear it during daytime too, for sure. What about you,
Yeah,
Tim?
I agree. It's date night. It is what it is. Like it's exactly a date night scent. I don't even know if you'd need to put on cologne after you put this after you put this oil in. I don't really think it would call for any cologne to come on after that. So date night, honestly, the way I see it, it's everyday cologne. That's just me. I'm gonna wear it to the office tomorrow, so that's my take on it. Clean everyday cologne scent.
Nice. What do you do for your daytime job, if you don't mind me asking?
I am a marketing director at a logistics company up in Atlanta.
Nice. I don't know what that does. That's probably
we have
why. That's probably why I didn't do a lot of other things, because I took my little interest inventory survey when I was in, uh, I guess probably a junior in high school, and it said, "Well, you're really good at math, so you can either become a math teacher, or you can be a computer programmer, or you can become an engineer." I didn't know what an engineer does. I still don't know what an engineer does. So I need to, and I've had a lot of my students become engineers. I need to have them back so they can tell me. I know what a math
there's
teacher does because I saw it every day. So that was more familiar, because nobody around me had gone to college. I was the first in my family. So I've known since I was 15 I was going to be a math teacher, and it's worked out pretty well. Although I was really good at the computer programming back when they first came out. So I thought, if I went down that road, I could probably have had a successful career as well.
You know, I really enjoy math too. In college, actually, we had all these electives we could take, history of rock and all that stuff. And I actually ended up taking extra statistics classes just because statistics, it sounds stupid, but I just love statistics. I
Well,
just
logistics
eat
sounds
it
like it
up.
goes right along with it.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's an interesting company for sure. We're a logistics company that doesn't own trucks. Take that for what it is. It's, it's yeah.
So you've had to deal with all of the shortages and those kind of things affected you. Yeah, supply
Oh yeah.
chain.
Yeah,
Are you
it's been
part
a
of the
while.
supply chain? Are you work?
I'm the solution.
You're the solution to the supply chain. Yes, Billy. The old school is available in both blends. You can find it really easily. I'll show you guys. So if you go to, come on, thing. So on the front page, you can just go to Shop by Cents, and it'll come up very first thing. Old school collaboration collection. Pretty cool that I got to be the first collab that you did. Thank you for that, Tim. It's been a fun process here. So yeah, the top row here is all of the premium blends, and then the bottom row is all of the original blends. So you got the oil, balms, and butters. You can get a variety of sizes in each of those, and they all kind of come with a different price point. And then you can save a little bit with Banjo 15.
Yeah, it's been a fun process making a collab. I thought it would be stressful, and I had this image in my head that there would be, a lot more that kind of went into it, but it was a lot of fun making it and getting your feedback on it and making it to what it is today.
Hey, James, good to see you. Uh, yeah. So yeah, and I appreciate you being open to some of my suggestions for you trying to get you a little more complex with the scents. I know it's been a long time coming. I'm like, I really would like a little more complex scents than just strawberry. I want a little
Yeah, I
something
think that
else.
was one of the first things you mentioned to me was we need a little bit more complexity here. It's been a
And then we
long
got a
time.
little bit better. Well, we got a lot better carrier blend. So, if you guys haven't tried the carrier blend 4, the premium blend, look at that, man. We got emu, meadow foam seed, black castor, safflower, hemp seed, fractionated coconut, Shaolin, sweet almond, argan, jojoba works wonderfully. The oil and the balm and the butter are all super nourishing, makes my beard feel super soft. Oh, we got Andrew has just become a member for 5 months. I appreciate that. And guys, if you're interested in becoming a member of the channel, I don't really have any super extra perks yet. Hopefully over the next year or so, I'll be working on being able to get my members a little bit more exclusive things. I don't know if they'll be exclusive discounts or a giveaway or something like that. But right now it's just to show your support for the channel and what I do, and I appreciate it. But I've got to set it at either $1.99 a month, which is really super cheap, or $4.99 a month, whichever one you want to do. And you get the very cool, there's a little, what's it called? Emoji. This guy, it looks like my beard is red and it's got a big white stripe down it. So you can use that. Andrew, can you light up the, hit that emoji for me so everybody can see what that looks like? But appreciate you being a member there, Andrew. And I saw Mark Brown in here earlier. He is also one of my members. So appreciate that, guys.
Now that you mention it, I do have to ask: is the white stripe natural?
Oh, I get
It's
that
just so
question.
perfectly
I just get
placed.
that question all the time. They say, how do you do that with your beard? Yeah, that's 46 years of living, hard living, and 25 years of teaching is what it's
Yeah,
called. No,
teaching.
it is natural. I got a little spot about the size of a quarter right there that just turned white. So when it grows out, it's really, and depends on the light and that kind of stuff. It's really super white. I'm actually getting quite a bit more salt on over here. It's just harder to see on camera, but yeah, it is
To
pretty drastic.
I hit the big 3-0 in about 11 days here on the 25th.
I just turned 46. Man, I'm ready to retire. I've got like, 5 more years teaching, something like that.
Working isn't all they cut it up to be.
All right. So Diablo says he believes that you and your wife are a U's Central Florida alumni. Did you guys go to the championship game in Atlanta in 2018?
Absolutely, we did. And we were the loudest people in the highest possible nosebleed seats you could ever see. It was that was a game for a lifetime. That was awesome. I was a little embarrassed after the fact whenever we started saying that we were national champions, and it kind of
it got a little cringy.
But it was awesome. I couldn't talk for a few days after that one. It hurt. I was screaming so loud. That was awesome game.
Happy belated birthday, Dan B. He's another one of my channel members. I appreciate that. And when I on the Ecamm Live here that I use, if I try to share the beard emoji, all it says is beer. But you can see it if you're watching on YouTube in the chat there. You can see what that little emoji looks like with the red beard and little white stripe down, and I thought it was pretty cool. Diablo said it was a really cold game. Guess he was there.
It was snowing outside before. I had never seen snow until that day, actually. I grew up in Central Florida. I was born and raised in Lakeland, Florida, the hometown of Publix, if you guys have ever heard of that. If they have them near your house. My grandma actually worked at the first Publix ever. I went to George Jenkins High School, who was the founder of Publix. Like, that whole town is just based around Publix. But anyways, born and raised Central Florida, never saw snow once in my life. Moved up to Georgia, and I had no idea how to drive. I was so lost. It was
just stay home for a couple hours. It goes away when you're that far south. Hey, we got E in here. E, we've got a really good scent profile for you here on this thing. So it's a nice cologne, and E likes the colognes. He doesn't like the fruity. He doesn't like the food type of scent. So this one's right up your alley, sir.
I remember I was on I think it was your fall extravaganza. You were going through all my scents, and I remember E was in there. He said, "Do you have anything that's not fruity?"
Yes. Now we've got one that's not fruity. It's cologne. It's much more complex than some of the other offerings that he has. So very cool to see that kind of transition. You transition a little bit here over the past couple of years. Guys, and don't forget, when you place an order, make sure you get the beard wash. In fact, let's find that beard wash, because it was my #1 beard wash of all time, and I still stand by that. There's some that are really close, but I still would go with this one over anyone for a nice daily beard wash. So where is that at? Oh, the award-winning organic beard wash because it came in number one. So you can get that, and is that 4 ounces for $17.95 or a big 8 ounces for $26.95? I imagine that is
Go ahead and
pretty.
get yours,
I imagine that's not cheap for you to make, but I would tell you that one is. It a little goes a long way. You only need like a dropper full, like a beard dropper full, and you'll get like a suds explosion. That's all I would need for my beard is like a dime size amount. If you got a bigger beard, you might need a quarter size amount, but you're gonna get lots of suds with that. It's gonna last you for a long time and is well worth it. Trust me.
I think I might have even included your link down there in the description. I can't remember if I did or not.
Let's see.
No, I guess not. I was
No,
going back and
feel
forth
free to
on
go
the-
back and put that in if you wish. But I did think it was cool that on the you figured out a way on the old school here to get the QR code so they could get to my channel if they wanted to.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's on the original line and the premium line.
Awesome. That wasn't hard to do.
No, it was. I was pretty surprised how easy it was to make a QR code generator Google search, and
Boom.
thousands of them popped up.
That's awesome. Get me some more subscribers that way. Yeah. So how many ounces? There's two different.
There's
two
a
different
4
ones.
and an 8.
There's a 4 and an 8.
And if I was you, I'm a little biased. I would go ahead and get the 8. That's just me, though.
Yeah, because you were going to want more. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the best thing for your daily beard cleansing, if you will. And Billy, I know Billy is a convert as well. He always shouts your praises there. Best wash out there. You will never use another wash after using this one. And you may use other washes, but I do think that this should be your favorite. I know it's been my favorite.
It's yeah, I really enjoyed making it. That was originally where it all started with kind of making things more complex. I want to say there's there's
16 ounce.
I can just start making those big growlers they have with the beer.
There you go. Just make a 2 liter. Can I get it in a 2 liter? Oh, Andrew, thank you so much. So I guess I'm going to get some more channel members here because Andrew has donated 5 Beards and Banjos memberships. I don't really know how that works. I've seen it pop up on Dan's channel, but I'm not sure how that works. But that's very cool. Thank you for doing that, Andrew. So any growth ingredients in the wash? What do you mean by growth ingredients? I don't think so. It's all organic. Let's go over the ingredients since I got them listed right here. And you're probably going to see why it's so gentle because it is all organic. So I think I can make it bigger. Hey, welcome, Bearded Learner. Good to see you in here. So for this, we've got water, aloe vera, raw honey, palm kernel oil, and I think that's what gives it the suds. Am I right?
I believe so.
Okay. You got sunflower oil, olive oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, citric acid, which has got your natural preservative in it, your vitamin E, potassium hydroxide, hemp oil, guar gum, which gives you a little bit thicker, which was one of my complaints to start with. It was a little bit thin. It was just like water through your hands. So now it's still on the thinner side. You can hear it when you shake it, but it is easier to work with and now works really well. And then the fragrance oil. Well, there's really no fragrance oil in there.
There is no fragrance in it. I added that mostly because that's the future plan is to start developing some scented washes. I just haven't found the right combination because I don't want it to lose its balance, I guess, and the mix. I don't want to throw anything off by adding another ingredient into it. So it's taking a little bit of testing. So that is to come. But yeah, I did that as like a precursor, I guess.
Cool. You got a tester right here if I can ever help you with anything. I was trying to think with your natural stuff. You haven't done anything like peppermint, but you got eucalyptus already. So eucalyptus peppermint or something like that.
Yeah, we have a candy cane scent available on the 3-pack. That would kind of fit that bill. I considered mixing it with the dark chocolate. As you guys know, that's one of my personal favorites. So making it kind of like a peppermint patty, but just I figured 40 cents is probably enough.
Yeah. Chocolate's another one that I don't usually like it in my beard. I love eating it, but I don't usually,
Really?
yeah, I don't usually like it in my beard. You know, it's just such a dark kind of thing. It just kind
Yeah.
of sits there and, but yeah, I'm sure I could be surprised. That's one I haven't ran across yet. I've really loved a chocolate scent yet in a beard product. So Ellie
Yeah.
picked up one of those memberships. I don't know how that works, but thank you, Andrew, and welcome aboard, Ellie. She's now in green. And is going to have a banjo next to her name and all that cool stuff. Awesome.
That was awesome.
So I've heard some cool stuff. So you've kind of hinted along at some things coming
Yeah.
that you're at least pondering, and then also some things you're definitely working on, like your conditioner, and you're going to have your fall scents back. And I can't remember what else we talked about, but a lot of cool stuff going on there. And guys,
Yeah.
this is one, if you have not tried Southern Beards, you definitely need to. That premium blend is great. And I am a huge fan, obviously, of the old school, which is the new kind of cologne inspired scent. And then I love the apple cider too. I still got the apple cider. It still smells good after all these years. I think you might have sent me a new one of the years, because we've been acquainted, what, 3 or 4 years now. I can't remember if it's been 3 or 4.
I almost sent some in this box with you. The box I sent you last week. Almost sent you another apple cider, but that box was packed full. I couldn't fit anything else in there.
Yeah. You may have to try. I may have to try the chocolate since you're such a fan of it. We may have to do that.
I think, and it mixes really well with the maraschino cherry. On the build your own packs, that's one of the scents we have available is chocolate covered cherry. So those two scents mix very well.
That sounds
It's a
good.
great Valentine's Day scent. That's my thing. Every year I wear a chocolate covered cherry for Valentine's Day.
Awesome. So Ellie says if you want the gift membership, you click the gift up top. It asks you if you want to allow gifts. Okay. That's not something I need to do. I think you guys do it on your end. So Diablo, which everything's available in the premium emu blend. If you're talking about my scent, it definitely is. It's available in pretty much everything except for the beard wash because it's unscented right now. But let me show you guys where you can find that real quick, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? So you go to Shop by Scents, and then the old school's the very first one, and then you can see at the top line here's all the premium stuff with the premium blends with the emu in it, and then the bottom row here is the original blend stuff in oil and balm and butter. Cool stuff. Anybody else have any questions? And Tim, is there anything else you want to add in before we wrap this up?
Well, first things first, I appreciate you going through this collab with me. It's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I wasn't really sure how it was going to work. I'd never done anything like this before, so it's a little outside my comfort zone, but it's been a fun ride. So I appreciate you going along with me on this trip. As far as anything I want to say to the lovely people out here in the audience, thank you guys for supporting me these last 6-7 years. It's been a wild ride. Honestly, I never thought things would get this big to where I'm, being on a live stream with people in an audience that want to hear what I have to say. It's pretty cool. So it's been a wild ride. I've enjoyed every minute of it. And if y'all ever have anything you want to ask me or any questions, anything you want to talk about, it doesn't matter. I'm an open book. Reach out to me on Instagram. I got an email, info@southernbeards.com. I mean, I'm always open. Bend my ear as much as you guys want. I appreciate all y'all even sitting in this room and listening to me ramble on for the last hour. So thank you.
Cool. So last few things here. Andrew Carlisle has donated memberships to my channel, and we've got E has joined, and Miss Ellie has joined, and Jeff Rice is trying to. Let's see. I forgot what they said to do here. Let me go back and say, if you click the gift up top, it asks you if you want to allow gifts. So if you should see something maybe at the top of the chat that says through, maybe you can pick it from there. So Jeff, if you want to come aboard, I sure hope you make that work. And then I thought somebody else asked a question. I saw Jimmy in here from Ruddy Man Grooming. Good to see you. I got another. I've got 3 different companies with collabs, and he is one of them. Very different collab. That one's cornbread, tomato, cucumbers, and barnwood, which is kind of interesting. And then the other one, just to preview next week, I've got collabs with Iowa Beer Company. We're actually featuring them on a live stream next Sunday. So it's, it's all related here because Justin from Iowa actually made my logo that's on your old school here. That's right in the middle. So he created that
Hey,
logo for me. So
that's
very cool.
awesome. Tell him thank you.
I do all the time. We talk a lot. All right, cool. Bearded Metal Chef James Hanson. He is a new member. So let's see if we can get all of these out here. So thank you, Andrew, for doing that. Diablo said they're all fire. I really enjoy this one too, and they're all different, right? All my collabs are very, very, very different. And sometimes it's hard because it's easy to, you start working with a owner. It's easy to say, well, here's what I like, and you keep doing the same thing over and over with little different spins on it. But I like a lot of different stuff, so I don't mind trying something that's way out of my comfort zone and see if I like it. So 2 left. Jeff Rice, try that one more time. See if you can get it to work. And I don't know how that works if nobody picks that up before the end of the stream. Will it be on next week's stream? I have no idea. We'll figure it out, though. But I wanted to say thank you, Tim, and it's always good to talk to you, and good to see that things are still going strong for you. And I'm liking the direction with the premium stuff and the new scents, and you still have a vision and kind of a passion and a desire to do this, which is good to see after so many years. You haven't really, it hasn't become stale for you. So I I'm kind of cool with some of the ideas you got rolling around in your head and working on the conditioner and all of that. So James says to click the green gift box at the top of the chat there where you see where people have like donated super chats and stuff. So I think we got 2 more memberships for free. What's up, the bearded pup? Good to see you, my man. Been a long time. I still love that little bearded pup on your avatar there. All right, so James says, and make sure you allow the gift selection on a computer or iPhone and some Androids. Okay. So cool. So we're going to wrap this up because I know there's some other live streams out there. I think maybe Dagan does his at 8 o'clock. But we will be back next Sunday at the exact same time. So I'm going to try to maybe keep this slot here, Sundays at 7 to do live streams, whether it's for bearded stuff, or if not, I'll just sing some karaoke songs like I did last week, which is fun. You ever caught one of those, Tim? I'm sure you're not a country music fan, but this is fun.
Yeah. I actually live right now in Noonan, Georgia. It's the hometown of Alan Jackson. So
yes, it is.
I think I actually requested it one time whenever I was watching.
Oh yeah, you probably did. I always do Alan Jackson. I think I can sound like him pretty well. So good. We got Nicholas Z on board. Welcome aboard, sir. And and if you're not a fan of country music, stay tuned. We usually do about 3 or 4 different Christmas specials, which turns out really fun. People like it when I do You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, because I can do it pretty well. All right, guys, we're going to end it here, and I hope to see you next week. And make sure you pick up my old school collaboration there and check out all the stuff at Southern Beers. Make sure you use Banjo 15, and we will see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.